This will be my introduction called the Great Oxidation. Carbon atoms, the letter C, form the chemical skeleton, the main chemical skeleton of living beings by binding and linking themselves with other components such as oxygen, nitrogen, and hydrogen in order to form molecules, including lipids to build our cell membranes, proteins that ensure their internal organization and the communication of information between the cells, and carbohydrates for the energy that we exert. But then a cataclysmic event occurred 2.4 billion years ago, causing upheaval in the Earth's ecosystem. The Great Oxidation profoundly modified the blue planet, and living organisms that were essentially cyanobacteria, or blue algae, were growing in an atmosphere with no oxygen, which at the time was a true mortal poison. These blue algae suffered a huge shock when the oxygen that they were releasing saturated, after 1.5 million years, the rocks and the oceans that were absorbing it. So carbon dioxide had no other solution than to be spread throughout the atmosphere. Its concentration rose from 0.1% to reach 4% and killed over 90% of living beings. The cyanobacteria that were living in anaerobic environment mutated to adapt to this scourge, opening up the way to aerobic life through photosynthesis, which allows us to breathe and to live, stimulating the flourishing of multicellular creatures that developed, and we are the end result of these creatures. Today, we are at the dawn of what we call the Great Digitalization, an upheaval that is just as huge under the pressure of the technologies that we ourselves have developed, which are both beneficial and polluting. Artificial intelligence, robotics, connectivity, and genomics represent challenges to our very core. Will we remain passive, reliving our history as Homo sapiens, or will we decide to reflect and to act to design another framework and new interpersonal relationships for the well-being of mankind? The challenges that we must meet, which are both personal and collective, are huge, which is why we must face them with full awareness of the stakes. The 2 billion euros devoted to healthcare, which represents 3,000 euros per French citizen, that we spend each year, are they effectively made available to prevent, relieve, and even cure men, women, and children who are ill, injured, or disabled? Are our professions and structures adapted to this challenge? Well, there's no single answer. Hence the need to come together and build together the foundations of a new protection system that will not leave anyone by the wayside at an affordable cost. Hospitals, clinics, private practices, medical and social institutions, research, and the device and drug industries, administrations, associations, insurance companies, both healthy and ailing, none of us can bury our heads in the sand, hoping that we can avoid a complete overhaul of our operating methods. The old world is collapsing. From the most cutting-edge technologies all the way to the practical daily organization of healthcare territories, the power of the digital tools that we've designed opens up horizons that are as promising as they are dangerous. Will we choose the right options, knowing that the freedom to undertake and assess the assessment of our actions are the keys to success? Will we overcome this corporatism, the reliance on standards and rules, the precautionary attitude of don't rock the boat, in order to innovate, to respond concretely and kindly to the needs of those who suffer in their mind and in their body? These are the questions that we will be debating for the next 2 days by opening the 9th Convention on Health Analysis and Management on the topic Healthcare Workforce and Facilities, 5 Years to Change. Thank you.